Hi, my name is Sam Biddle and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use alcohol inks to layer your design and why it's better than watercolor sometimes. So I wanted to layer my design and I wanted to use alcohol inks as well. And I figured that if inks would stick to anything, then it already sticks to a gel polish. So why doesn't it stick to another layer of gel polish? So what I've done is I've done a base layer with the alcohol inks and then I've just put a matte top coat over the top of that. So you can see already it looks beautiful. And that's literally just a couple of greens and then I've just added some alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%, and just mushed it. It looks great, right? So then that's all cured, that's ready to rock and roll. I could leave my client to go on, but why not add another layer? I'm using Mystic Nails Le Grande gel in white. Now this is a gel paint and when it cures, it does not leave an inhibition layer. So you could just leave it as it is, no need to add top coat or anything. But when I first did this, the idea was that I was literally going to leave this as it was and just have white, simple leaves. But then I realized I hadn't actually recorded the background. So the idea that I wanted to really get across to you was that you could use the alcohol inks over any surface, and this surface is just as good as the surface that you'd already put down with the gel polish. So why not use the alcohol inks to color in the Le Grande gel? Yes. How cool is that? Now we use alcohol inks the same ways that we would use watercolor, and I absolutely love watercolor or aquarelle, however you want to call it, but you can't do the watercolor technique over the top of this kind of gel because it's too shiny and you need some level of permutation, something that's going to absorb the water. Well, the alcohol inks doesn't need that. The ink or the alcohol evaporates and you're left with that pigment or the stain. That's what we're looking for. So once I've done all of this background layout, and if you were doing this on your client, you could maybe do this over a couple of the nails. You could do the inking background over say 4 nails, and then a couple of the nails could have this white on it, and then you can ink over the top of the white. Alternatively, you could just have a white nail on its own and a dark green nail as well as the inky background nail. So you could sort of do a combination design. You don't have to do the white leaves over all of the nails either. So, you know, the choice is quite up to you, and really it's down to how much time you've got in the salon and how much your client's willing to pay. So I've got my palette of inks. It's always out. I don't really put it away or wash it because all I need to do is use alcohol to reactivate it the same way as I would if I was doing watercolor. So I'm doing a darker base to the roots of each of the leaves, and then I'm going to add the yellow pigment just over the tip. Now on the second nail that I do, I'm going to actually do this in a pink as well, just to show you that you can actually do colors that lend itself to the background and blend in with the background, but you can do contrasting colors as well. So if we were going to use like a dark pink or a purple, that would look really, really cool. Now the alcohol inks, if you've never used alcohol inks before, they are literally just ink, which is a pigment that's suspended in alcohol. So what you can do is just reanimate them using alcohol again, or if you want to spread them out a little bit more, you can use alcohol. The inks on my palette are from Chroma Ink Nails, and what you have with Chroma ink is you have a white ink and you have a clear ink, which is actually another sort of blending solution. It's just basically what the inks are suspended in, but without pigment. Now this is really good because what it does is it spreads the inks and the colors without adding extra color to it. So if you want something that's quite simple, or if you want something that's say for instance this pink just on the tip of the leaves, and you don't want to add any more color to it. I'm adding yellow because I love that combination. But say you just wanted pink just on the tip, but you needed it to move. If you add too much alcohol, you've got no control, and it sort of bleaches that pink a little bit. But with the Chroma Ink Nails ink, you actually use the clear, and that spreads it out a little bit more. So all I'm doing now is layering up my inks. I'm waiting for each layer to dry before I come back and add another color, or I add more of the same color just to get a deeper effect. You could leave it like this, but of course we're not gonna. I'm just using regular acrylic paint because I've got to protect my ink anyway. I'm gonna have to top coat over this. So I'm just using some purple acrylic, just watered it down a little bit, and I'm just outlining each of the white leaves that I have now just inked, just to give it a little pop away from that green background. And that just gives you again a retro vibe. It gives you sort of a more comic feel, but it just looks good. It gives you that added shadow. I'm not going for realism here. I'm literally going for a nice simple pattern that I can get away with doing in the salon, that's quick and reasonably easy to do on a couple of nails. But I also have options within this pattern. I can add the leaf effect over the colored nail, whether it's a white, and just add a leaf effect in black so it's more skeleton-like. And then I could just add a plain green. I could add the green marble effect. There's loads of different ways that you can sort of combine this. I can't stop. So I'm just adding some additional lines just because I can, and it's such a quick design. I thought, oh, I can't stop now. So just adding those little half moon lines just make all the difference. It just pulls it all together. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please share your results on social media with me, and I'll see you online.